Hi everyone, Morella here. I just wanted to share with you a few cards today that I've recently made with the Simon Says Stamp Spring Flower set that I've been raving about so much online recently. So this is the set. I'm sure you're very familiar with it because there have been quite a lot of projects shown with that set online on the different media recently. So whether you're on Instagram or Facebooks or YouTube or you name it, I'm sure you've seen the set and you're familiar with it. I'm pretty sure that it might be as well out of stock at the moment on the Simon Says Stamp website, but I tell you, it's really worth it to sign up for the notify me when back in stock, so that you get an email notification when the stamp is available again if it's not at the moment, and that way you can grab one yourself. Like, I was hesitating for whether I should get it or not, but to be honest with you, I'm really happy that I did. So a few weeks back, you've surely seen a photo. If you follow me on Instagram, you've surely seen a photo of me just white heat embossing a few of these and colouring them with random distress inks and just cutting them out to have them ready for a few projects. And I was just going along and playing around with all the supplies that I've recently been showing you on my different hauls. And here are a few results. So I'll go for my. We'll start with this one. So most of the cards you will see that I use still the Fem Frames by Mama Elephant. So these two frames are cut out by the Fem Frames dies. I really like them and I think they add a nice touch to the cards. So I use them quite a lot. I guess I'm going to have to buy another die set for this purpose, because I'm starting to get a little bit bored with these ones, but I really like using them. So if you have any alternatives for me, pop them up in the description box below, and or in the comments box below really, and I'd be happy to hear what are the alternatives for your nice kind of simple frames you have. I'll also, by the time I'm gonna post that video on YouTube, I believe, hopefully I'm gonna have all of these cards that I'm gonna show you today already as well posted on my blog. So I'll try to link to the blog posts, corresponding blog posts, and you'll find more photos and more information about these cards on my blog there. And I'll also show you all the supplies, hopefully in the description box below, and also you'll find them on my blog. But coming back to the cards, so this is the first card, very simple with the little flower here. These are the Pretty Pink Posh droplets, and this is a sentiment from the other stamp set that was from the same release, which I believe is, I think, called Choose Happy. Yeah, Choose Happy. So this is this stamp set that I used for the sentiment, and for the background I basically used one of the stencils that I have recently purchased as well from Simon Says Stamp, the Tiny Dots, and I've just inked it up with the with one distress ink really, but I just tried to give it a little bit of a gradient look or an ombre look. So there's spaces where it's very faint and very delicate, and there's spaces where there's a much stronger color. Now I purposely tried to put that stencil at an angle so that the dots wouldn't be in a straight line, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure that I like it now. However, yeah, well, I've made it and it's been done, so it's the way it is. But I think if I make that, if I use that idea again for the background, I think I'm gonna make the dots straight like they are on the stencil, because I think this way it's creating a bit of a wonkiness and the eye is a little bit distracted by it, I think. But either way, I think the card is quite nice. It's very simple. It's very quick to make once I had the flowers made. So yeah, so that's my first card. Then the second card, which I made the same evening, so they're pretty much similar in style, although quite different at the same time. Again, the Fem Frames here, same flower, same droplets, and same sentiment from the same set. Here for the background, I basically inked up the whole background with my distress inks, and I put the Tiny Hearts stencil over it, and I just sprayed it with a water mister with a little bit of Perfect Pearls. I don't think you'll be able to see the shimmer on camera, but there's a little bit of a delicate, lovely shimmer from the Perfect Pearls here. And yeah, the little hearts are kind of cool that were created through the stencil and with the use of water, because they're not perfect, but actually they add this little delicate background, and you can make out that they're hearts. They're kind of whimsical shapes. I actually am really happy with that idea. So like I said, I just sprayed a little bit of water over the stencil once it was over the little piece of card, and then I just wiped off the excess of water, and that's what it's created. And last but not least, and definitely my favorite card of all these ones that I'm showing you today, is this one. I'm sure you've seen this card on my Instagram account and hopefully on my blog as well. I made this card actually for the Seven Hills Crafts challenge a while back, and I was delighted when I saw the challenge, because as you know, and as I mentioned before, I had those flowers already pre-colored and pre-cut before, and then I saw that those colors were to be used on the challenge as well, so I was delighted. And I came up with this card idea. So that panel on the top here is popped up on a little bit of foam or just foam. Yeah, but it's not going to focus on the card, it's going to focus on the other elements. Either way, you know what I mean, it's popped up on foam, fan foam. The sentiment here is by W+9, and I just basically cut the panel here with my Spellbinders die that you'll be able to see in the description box below. I popped the flowers underneath it and then decided to add those little elements with those enamel dots. These are by My Mind's Eye. I'm afraid this particular collection and those colors are, I think, discontinued, but I'm sure there's plenty other ones there, be that by MME or maybe by Doodlebug, that would be quite similar, so I'm sure you can find something, or you might even have something in your stash. If you're anything like me, I'm sure you're gonna find something in your stash that you can use instead. So that was the third card I made. Now I still have a few cuts left from my first kind of evening of playing around with those stamps, as you can see. So I already have an idea for the last cards to use 2 of these at least up. So I'll surely be posting more cards and making more cards with that set soon. But yeah, I just wanted to share this short video with you today to show you how easy it is to make cards really with that set. And like, I mean, that's only one particular type of just white embossing and, you know, white heap embossing and then colouring them with distressings. I mean, there's watercolouring and stamping and Copics and loads of other ideas that you can use really for these flowers, but I think that set is really so beautiful and so versatile that I just thought I would share it here with you. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you would like to see more videos like that, where I just share my creations with you and you know, tell you briefly how I created them. At the moment I'm still really struggling with setting up my my phone here and everything to be able to create process videos, but at least I thought maybe I'll just try with videos like this, where it's kind of when I'm kind of sharing cards that are already made with you. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up or leave me a comment and let me know about it, and we'll take it from here. Alrighty, so have a good day. Bye bye.